like a Hellcat.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your host with the most, King Gio in the house. Sorry I haven't made any videos. I've been busy at work, but I'm free for a few minutes now, so I want to show you something. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Smash that like button, that little thumb that you see up, and hit that bell right there, and it'll notify you when I, King Gio, upload a video. So if you haven't received, this is for those who have not received their second stimulus check, and not even a third. But as you know, and the first stimulus check, some people were garnished their pay. I mean, their stimulus check. Some people, some debt collectors took their checks. Child support was in there, and stuff like that. Okay, and if you haven't received the second one, I just read something right now that came into my feed. It says here, so you guys can know. It says your second check can be taken away, can be taken to pay overdue child support, but your tax refund and your recovery rebate could be. Again, under the bill governing the stimulus check, your payment can be taken if you owe money for child support, a shift that's been widely understood across federal and state agencies. However, the rules have not necessarily extended to the situation of filing for missing stimulus check money on your 2020 tax return for certain outstanding debts, including past due child support and unpaid student loan. The IRS can withhold some past due child support and unpaid student loans. The IRS can withhold some or all of your unpaid stimulus payments issued as a recovery rebate credit. So if you have not received the first one and you have not received the second one and you put it down in the rebate, they could take that away, and that is messed up. So it is what it is. I don't know why they're doing this. And then it says here, with the first stimulus check, private banks and creditors were able to seize your payment to cover an outstanding debt. However, some states, such as California, issued orders forbidding banks and creditors from garnishing your stimulus check. With the second stimulus check, your payment was protected from bank garnishment and from private creditors and debt collectors, according to the text of the law. The third check also supposed to be protected from banks garnishment, though not from private creditors and debt collectors. However, there's one major caveat here. Individual banks can decide whether they want to use your stimulus direct deposit payment to cover overdraft fees. According to the New York Times report, this is because for most people, their stimulus check is deposited in the same bank account where they were also receive the tax refund. You receive your tax refund. And then it says yes. So we got that part, right? And however, there's a major caveat which says this is because for most people, their stimulus check is deposited in the same bank account then they also receive tax refunds. Now, it says, although the second check large U.S. bank, including Bank of America, Citigroup, J.P. Morgan, Chase, and Wells Fargo, said they would temporarily zero out their customers' negative balances so that they could access their stimulus money, some regional and community banks still garnish that money to pay off overdraft fees, and were considering customers' requests on a case-to-case basis. What about your tax return and claim stimulus money? Federal law allows only state and federal government agencies to take your refund as a payment towards a debt, not individual or private creditors. But again, this changes once you deposit your refund in your bank account, when private creditors may have access to those funds, depending on your state. Your stimulus payment will not get taxed, but there's one exception. It says the IRS doesn't consider stimulus payment to become income, which means you won't be taxed on your stimulus money. That also means a direct payment you get this year won't reduce your tax refund for 2021 or make sure. Okay, so you know that if you're getting if you didn't get check number 1 or check number 2 and you owe, there's a possibility of a chance that money will be taken away from you. And the second check, the first, second, even third check, if you owe federal taxes, that's not supposed to be taken away from you. And some people that has happened. I remember the first check, the first stimulus, a lot of people were complaining that creditors were taking their money. Creditors, how could that be? But that's the way it happened. And then for the second stimulus, the government stopped that. And the third stimulus is supposed to be the same thing. But as you can see, if you're owed those stimulus 1 and 2, and you report it and you try to get it on the rebate act or the rebate recovery act, it can be garnished. So you be careful with that. Like I said, on my first video, not my first video, on the first debate, not rebate, on the first stimulus, some state don't, depending on how much you owe in child support, they don't take anything away. And in New York, if you owe less than $500, your rebate won't get touched, your income tax won't, your refund won't get touched. But each state is different, so you got to check with your local state laws and find out what they are. But that's what it is. That's what I have on the stimulus. If you're not receiving stimulus, there are 7 million people whose application still hasn't been processed through the IRS. They said that they backlog with doing stimulus checks and doing refunds. I checked my refund today for the stimulus. I'm so stupid. I didn't even put my routing number or anything like that. So I'm getting mine by mail. Oh, it is what it is, right? But anyway, so that's what it is. So be on the lookout. If you haven't received your stimulus money, just wait for it. Hopefully this video will help you guys out. All right, peace.